There's not a lot of action elsewhere. It's just the
Has it?
yeah, terminate his contract. Apparently, he's going back to Burnley. Probably down there somewhere, wouldn't he? Right, here we go. We are going live in 10 seconds. On the same night that Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump go head-to-head in the US presidential election, we present a very different battle here on Coventry United match day tonight. But this one, however, is half as controversial and twice as interesting. Welcome to another edition of Coventry United match day with Liam Cook, and today we are coming to you live from the beautiful ground known as the Loughborough University Stadium. Seriously, lads and lasses, if you're not here, you really should be. It's a fantastic facility, and we're sat in the main stand. We've got a cracking view up here, and we are ready for another thrilling night of non-league football action. The temperature may be dropping in terms of the weather, but believe me, the intensity is at fever pitch tonight. We've got a fantastic game coming your way, and I hope you will be staying with us for what I'm sure is going to be a long and very enjoyable ride. We're going to go through some team news right now here on Coventry United match day as Loughborough students are taking on Coventry United. And let's kick off with the visitors of Coventry United. Starting with the red and greens, we have number 1, Rich Morris. Number 2, Pierre Moudin. 3, Lewis Hudson. 4, Jean Decory. Number 5, Chris Cox, starting at centre-back once again. Number 6, Rob Prinzel. 7, Kevin Thornton. 8, Tommy Glasgow. Number 9 is Simeon Townsend. 10 is Dylan Otchudi. And 11, Josh O'Grady. And on the bench, only 4 substitutes. I believe Cayman Francis Balou was set to be the 5th and final member of the substitutes bench, but sadly he's not feeling too well, so big shout out to you, Cayman. Hope you feel better soon. So on the bench we have number 12, Abdul Mohammed, 13, Joe Connor, 14, Muzzy Unduna, and 15, Ryan Palmer. Now, let's get into the home team news. So starting for the Loughborough students tonight, we have number 1, Connor O'Keefe. 2, George Carpenter. 3, Mitchell Welch. Number 4, Hafiz Sanusi. Believe me, I'm going to get that one wrong a ton of times tonight. Number 5, Ben Last. 6, Christoph Ivanush. Number 7, Josh Hill. 8, Jack Langford. Number 9, Joe Bochi. 10, Jason Davis. And 11, Jeremiah Daslu. And on the bench, we have number 12, Alex Johnson. 13, Jake King. 14, Michael Kupovic. And number 15 is Max Austin. So there you go, that is the starting lineup and the bench for both sides this evening. As always, today's show here on Coventry United Matchday is sponsored by Graham the Plumbers Merchant, operating across the Midlands, supplying all of your bathroom heating and plumbing needs. Check out grahamplumbersmerchant.co.uk for store locations and the latest special offers. And of course, another cheap plug. It's what I do best here on Coventry United Matchday. Forget the commentary, I'm just a lean, mean plugging machine right here. You can follow us on Twitter at CovMatchday for the latest goings on from the club and the show. We'll also be trying to keep you up to date with everything that is happening elsewhere in the wonderful world of sports. Sadly, there's not too much happening. It's mainly Checker Trade Trophy matches going on tonight. And sadly, the one that we did want to let you know about, Coventry versus Wickham, that's tomorrow night at Adams Park, which bizarrely is actually the former home of Wasps. Yeah, you didn't know that, did you? So there you go. We will try and keep you up to date with the latest going on from the Checker Trade Trophy matches. We do have some current scores at the moment. Norwich under-21s are leading Milton Keynes Dons by 1 goal tonight. That's the only goal we have so far. And the games between Blackburn under-21s and Oldham, Chelsea under-21s and Oxford, Crewe versus Chesterfield, Everton under-21s versus Blackpool, and Luton versus Millwall. Those games are all currently 0-0. They all kicked off at 7:30. We do have some other games in the Checker Trade Trophy as well. There's Brighton under-21s versus Leyton Orient, Cambridge host Scunthorpe United, Cheltenham have League One side Bolton, Colchester United host Charlton. Derby's under-21s have a home game against Mansfield. Doncaster take on their old League One rivals in Port Vale. Exeter host Swindon Town. Leicester under-21s are at home to Walsall. Nice sort of local derby there. Middlesbrough under-21s at home to Shrewsbury. AFC Wimbledon travel to Newport. Northampton have West Ham under-21s. That is a game in Coventry's group, so we'll have to keep an eye on that one. Portsmouth host Bristol Rovers. Stevenage have got Southend at home. Stokes under-21s have got Bury. Swansea City's under-21s have got Plymouth. West Brom's under-21s host Gillingham. Wolves are taking on Accrington Stanley, and Barnet have Peterborough at home. So we will try and keep you up to date with the latest goings on from those matches as much as we can, but please do understand that I am actually doing the camera work as well tonight. So yeah, right now the camera is going to be taking a lot of my time. So I will try and keep you up to date with the latest goings on as much as I can, but believe me, it is a job. Also, talking about my rules, next week, fingers crossed, next Thursday, we're going to be starting a new era in sports broadcasting because the first episode of the Sports Lounge podcast is going to be released next Thursday. Of course, Sports Lounge was the regular sports extravaganza on a certain Coventry-based radio station, which I won't mention. That's now gone, but we're going to keep the show alive. We're going to try and start the brand new podcast next Thursday. It's going to be on my official Mixcloud page, so for more updates on that, do follow Coventry United Matchday on Twitter at Cov Matchday for the latest updates on that front. We've only got 6 minutes to go until kick-off at the beautiful Loughborough University Stadium. I mean, seriously, I hope you're going to be looking at the highlights tonight, because even filming this place doesn't do it justice. I've seen some photos of it. I didn't expect it to be this good. It's a cracking venue. Well, it's obviously very modern. It's let me say, it puts Sphinx Drive into the shade. It really is. It's a cracking ground. And you know what? This is probably the best view I've had all season. Usually you're at ground level. I'm about 50 feet in the sky here. I can see everything from up here. Absolutely brilliant. So you know what? I know they say simple things pleasure simple minds, but you know, we commentators are a very simple folk. We get excited by very simple things. But we are only a few minutes away from kick-off here at the Loughborough University Stadium. We have got a bit of breaking news to bring you, actually, concerning Rangers midfielder Joey Barton. If you haven't heard, Rangers have terminated the contract of Joey Barton, so he will not be appearing for Rangers again. That's pretty much the main news tonight that is coming through. Oh, and also there's a couple of individuals, shall we say, questionable individuals, who are vying to become the leader of one of the most powerful nations in the world. But you know what? Forget about that. We're not on about the Yanks trying to find themselves a new leader. We are focusing on the football tonight. It's what we live for. We wait for this time of week every single time. Saturday and Tuesday, and towards the end of the season, Thursdays as well. We live and breathe for this time. Tuesday night football here at the Loughborough University Stadium is only 5 minutes away.
Just a few minutes to kick off now. We've got a Loughborough Football League Premier Division game between Loughborough University and Coventry United. It'll be a 7:45 kick-off, so we've got about 3 or 4 minutes left. The boys will be out soon. Loughborough University currently in 8th place in the league, got 22 points from 14. We're lucky to go down to Colchester Town on Saturday. Should have been a draw really, but let a couple of late goals in. Coventry United, 22 points from 12 games. They're in 9th place, one behind Loughborough University. So Coventry United's first visit to Loughborough University Stadium, so I hope you enjoy the facilities and get a chance to have a look around the stadium. So we'd like to welcome all the players, officials, spectators from Coventry United to Loughborough University Stadium, home of Loughborough Students Football. The Bolton Bucks games tomorrow, of course, so some of the first team being rested, so we've got a slightly different side out from Saturday.
They got a little bit of an update there from our stadium announcer. as we get set to go here at Loughborough University Stadium. Now, the big news is that Loughborough's top scorer, who has scored 15 goals for the club so far this season, Andrew Bridge, is not in the team tonight.
FA Cup first round proper replay between them and Curzon Ashton, which is going to be next week.
So Loughborough without one of their main goal threats tonight. Of course, Coventry United without a whole host of players, with a couple of the under-21s named on the bench just to fill the numbers. Basically, we've got the likes of Jamie Coleman, Callum Burgess, Ben Mackey, Kai Williams, all out of action today. Let's see what the patchwork Red and Green Army, as I like to call them, at the moment are going to be able to do as we get set for another night of non-league action.
17 games. Leicestershire side St Andrews, based in the middle of Leicester, 25 from 15. Then Sporting Council is 5th, 28 from 16. Westfields are 4th.
Oh, and before we go any further, I completely forgot, I was told earlier, but a massive shout out to Alfie, who is listening from back home in Coventry. Alfie, big shout out to you, mate. Coventry's #1 fan. And well, here's hoping that the Red and Green Army get you a win. And after that, straight to bed, all right? You can see the Coventry United coaching staff making their way to the dugouts, and here come the main event of the evening. Coventry United and their opponents, Loughborough students, make their way onto the silky smooth turf at the Loughborough University Stadium.
Coventry United in goal, number 13, Richard Morris, number 2,
Live coverage of this match exclusively live on YouTube, courtesy of Coventry United Match Day.
6, Robert Quixel, 7, Kevin Thornton, 8.
And of course, don't forget to follow us on Twitter at CovMatchday for the latest goings on from the club and the show. Today's coverage, as we said earlier, is sponsored by Graham, the Plumbers Merchant, operating across the Midlands, supplying all of your bathroom, heating and plumbing needs. Check out grahamplumbersmerchant.co.uk for store locations and the latest special offers.
Ivanouche, 7, Josh Hill, 8, Jack Langford, 9, Joe Boachi.
Right, let's take you through the starting lineups for both sides. Kicking off with Coventry United, we have number 1, Rich Morris, 2, Pierre Moudin, 3, Lewis Hudson, number 4, Jean de Corey, 5, Chris Cox, 6, Kev Thornton, 8, Tommy Glasgow, 9, Simeon Townsend, 10, Dylan Otshudi, and 11, Josh O'Grady. And on the bench we have number 12, Abdul Mohammed, 13, Joe Connor, 14, Muzzy Unduna, and 15, Ryan Palmer. And here is the starting lineup now for Loughborough students. Number 1, Connor O'Keefe. 2, George Carpenter. 3, Mitchell Welch. 4, Hafiz Sanusi. 5, Ben Last. Number 6, Christoph Ivanouche. 7, Josh Hill. 8, Jack Langford. Number 9, Joe Bochi. Number 10, Jason Davis. And 11, Jeremiah Dazalu. And on the bench we have number 12, Alex Johnson. 13, Jake King. 14, Michael Kupovic. And 15, Max Austin.
James Lunn, Richard Booth and Bill Felton.
As the captains meet in the centre circle, Chris Cox, who bizarrely is at centre-back tonight. The second time in the last couple of weeks that Chris Cox has been forced to play at the back because sadly the current centre-back pairing of Callum Burgess and Jamie Coleman are currently unavailable.
Rooms open throughout the game, before, during and after, if you want to get a drink or watch the football from inside. Very comfortable surroundings here at Loughborough University.
And also, we have got to say, yesterday Pierre Moudin, who is starting at right back today for Coventry United, celebrated his birthday, so a happy belated birthday to Pierre Moudin from everyone at Coventry United and, of course, everyone at Match Day as well.
First half game, Midland Football League, Premier Division, Loughborough University.
Well, it's time for me to stop waffling on about random stuff and start waffling on about the football, because we are set to go at Loughborough University Stadium. Live coverage of Loughborough students versus Coventry United is set to go. The referee's whistle can only mean one thing. It's kick-off time, And this match between Loughborough and Coventry is in full swing. Here's Pierre Midden now on the right-hand side of Coventry United, looking for an option, puts it through for Kevin Thornton, who's forced onto the right-hand side by Joe Bochy. Thornton is forced out of play. He's looking for a foul. He doesn't receive it. It will be a throw-in now on the left-hand side for Loughborough. Up line, he's looking for Jeremy Dazalou. He can't control it well. It's gone out for another Coventry United ball. Grady. Prinzel fires that one forward. Power rather than accuracy, the aim of the game there, but United have got it back with Kevin Thornton. Hudson wants it on the left-hand side. Thornton forced back towards the halfway line. Jean DeCory, who's got a pretty sizable suspension coming his way. Hudson's forced out of play well by George Carpenter. For those of you who missed it, Jean DeCory was sent off for the second game in a row last Tuesday night as United wrapped up a comfortable 2-0 win against Quorn, who received a straight red card, and bizarrely he was actually sent off the previous game against Alvechurch as well. So a 5-game suspension coming up for Jean DeCory. He does start tonight as Coventry United will regain possession with a throw-in on the left-hand side just in front of the home dugout. Loughborough in a rather striking purple and pink kit. Coventry United, of course, in their regular red and green, the civic colours of the great city of Coventry. As the ball was played back to goalkeeper Connor O'Keefe. Carpenter wants it on the right-hand side. O'Keefe swings at it. It should be a United ball if Hudson gets his head in it. It's gone over Hudson. DeCory heads it up rather than forward. Will that be a Coventry United ball? No, it won't. It seems to take a touch of Jason Davis on the way out. The referee's assistant flagging for a Loughborough throw. Going to be taken by George Carpenter on the right-hand side. Davis, back to Carpenter. O'Grady tries to cut off his escape. Josh Hill plays it back into defence now. Last over to Ivanush. His ball through the heart of the midfield, easily cut out there by Tommy Glasgow, trying to put a ball down the right-hand side, and unfortunately, Simeon Townsend was not expecting that one. It's played back to the goalkeeper, Connor O'Keefe. He has to dodge Townsend there as the big number 9 tries to make a nuisance of himself in the penalty area and block that goal kick. It's fired over to the right-hand side by Welch. It bounces towards George Carpenter, just about able to keep it away from O'Grady. Lovely back heel there by Hill. Keeps it in. Loughborough's possession, but just about. Coventry United regain the ball. Good interception by Hudson, but Thornton is dispossessed. United closing down their men very quickly. They are running the risk of losing a little bit of stamina there. Through ball down the right-hand side for Jeremiah Dazalou. It's called offside by the assistant on this near side. Got about 3 minutes here at the Loughborough University Stadium. Another goal from the Chitray Trophy. Norwich under-21s are now 2-0 up against Milton Keynes Dons. Mansfield already 2-0 up against Derby County's under-21s. As the ball is put from the right-hand side in the penalty area. Here's Dylan Otshuddy. He's got Townsend in the centre. He's forced out of play. Good defence there by, I believe that was Welch, forcing the Coventry United man out. It's a beautiful long ball from the back. Otshuddy couldn't keep it in. So Mansfield are 2-0 up against Derby's under-21s after about 5 minutes. So all but one of the Checkatrade Trophy games are now underway. One more is going to be starting around 10 minutes time with Barnet against Peterborough. Hoofed away by O'Keefe. Prinzel nods it forward only as far as Langford. Hill striding forward, tries to put one through for Joe Bochy, easily intercepted by Pierre Moudin. His ball to what should he cut out well, but DeCory slides in there and takes it away. Ball to the right hand side is put out by a Loughborough man. It will be a Coventry United throw on the far side. United with a decent opportunity to have the first attempt of the match. Moudin, Townsend. Well, a chance now for Pierre Moudin, cross one in. He's got two options in the centre, tries to put it in for Otshuddy, and it'll be cleared away by Joe Bochy, helping out in defence. Let's come back to Jean DeCory. He's forced to play it back into the United back line. Chris Cox plays it onto the left now with Lewis Hutton. Thornton wants it on the left. He's got O'Grady and Townsend forward, down the middle as well. He finds Kevin Thornton. Tries to cut in. Nice little 1-2 there with O'Grady, but the return ball wasn't fantastic. A ball from the back, looking for Jeremiah Dazalou, And Cox able to find his centre-back partner for the evening, Rob Prinzel, who strides down the right-hand side, looking to restart the United attack. Ball over the defender. It's gone over the head of Otshudi as well. And O'Keefe will gather that one. Carpenter. And a good shot there from Townsend. He dispossessed the right back. Comes to force way back to the goalkeeper. Otshoody's in there. But O'Keefe able just about to get the ball away before the pacey number 10 can get near it. Dosalou. Bochi. Back to Dosalou. Thornton with the interception at the back. Plays it forward towards Townsend. And big Hafiz Sanusi makes the interception. Here's Josh Hill. Tries to put one through for Dosalou. Good defence there from, I believe that was Lewis Hudson getting his foot to it. Moodim. O'Grady. Moodim wants it again on the right-hand side. United stride forward onto the halfway line. Here's Tommy Glasgow. Moodim still making that run. And Glasgow puts through Pierre Moodim. He's got Shuddy and Townsend in the centre. Tries to find Simeon Townsend. Good save. It's still in. No, it's Moodim. Crosses it. And the defence just able to block it. But how Coventry United not in front. Was it a great save? Was it poor finishing? It may have been a little bit of both. Conor O'Keefe able to get it away with his leg. Moodim tried to keep it in. He did just about, but the Loughborough defence, they built a big purple and pink wall in front of that goal and were just able to keep the ball away from the goal line. It remains 0-0. Around 5 minutes gone. Oh boy, that was certainly the closest we've come to a goal. I think if we do come any closer to a goal in this match, then we will get one. You cannot get much closer than that without finding the back of the net. Desperately unlucky for Townsend. Decore slides in and takes the ball away from Hill. And Decore can't stop the ball by Dosalou. He's forced Langford to the ground, and the referee, I believe, wants a word, and Decore has got to be careful. If he gets another red card, what will that be? About 8-game ban. He'll be out for half of the season. There's no action taken by the referee as the heavens have opened and the Loughborough University Stadium. There's actually some snow expected in Leicester tonight. Let's keep our fingers crossed that it doesn't come here until the United lads are gone. Free kick put in, headed away by Cox. Thornton, was that Hill was holding them there? The referee's not giving it. Thornton appealing for the free kick. Ball put into the penalty area. He was looking for Davis, and it may still fall for Bochi, and it's put wide. And it'll be a goal kick now. Rich Morris to take it. And Morris was forced off on Tuesday night during the game with Quorn. Thankfully, he's back in the starting lineup tonight. And score update, Chesterfield now lead Crewe by 1-0 as Morris scuffs his clearance. It will go out now on the halfway line for a Loughborough throw-in. Shrewsbury now 1-up against Middlesbrough's under-21s. Newport lead AFC Wimbledon, and Stevenage are 1-0 up at home to Southend. Here's George Carpenter as Loughborough stride into United's half. Ball is put into the penalty area. Cox gets there first, only finds Bochi. Cox once again is there to pick up the pieces. Otshudi receives a little bit of a push in the back there, but United retain the ball until Thornton loses it to Langford. Bochi back to Langford. And Thornton able to regain the ball. A sea of red blocking Loughborough's path. Hudson down the left-hand side. Townsend. Thornton wants it behind, and a slide challenge from behind by Hafiz Sanusi. It will be a free kick. And there will be no yellow card. That was a rather meaty challenge from behind by Sanusi, the giant number 4. You have to try and take it quickly. The referee's not going to allow it. The United coaching staff not too happy about it. It will be Kevin Thornton to take it. Not too many men forward for United, only 3 men in front of him. 1-2 with Josh O'Grady. Takes it around Josh Hill onto the left-hand side. Hudson can put this one in. 3 options in the centre, including Simeon Townsend. Gets his head to it. Townsend into the bottom corner! Simeon Townsend with a powerful volley! And Coventry United are in front after just 10 minutes. Otshoody's first attempt with a header didn't quite find its mark, but there was Simeon Townsend to fire home for Coventry United with a powerful volley. Goalkeeper didn't stand a chance, and Coventry United take an early lead at the Loughborough University Stadium.
That's Coventry United, and it's a number 4.
Clinical finish there from Coventry United's number 9.
So that's Lucky University nil, Coventry United 1, Liverpool Premier Division.
You can't point the blame at Conor O'Keefe there. There's nothing he could do about that from close range. The power and the accuracy on that shot, no one was going to save that one. And you got to say, a good cross from Lewis Hudson. Should he tried to finish off the move himself, couldn't quite finish it off. But Townsend was not going to pass that one up. I believe that is Simeon Townsend's first goal for Coventry United. And Townsend receives a push in the back. Once again, the referee takes no action. The United coaches are getting a little bit riled now as Loughborough try and get themselves right back into the game. Medium clears the danger onto the right-hand side. Should he tries to get there before Ivanush, but fails to do so. Moodham can't control it and puts it out for a throw-in, which will be taken by Mitchell Welch. And another throw-in this time. It came off Prinzel. A lot further up, level with the penalty area. What a chance now for Loughborough to get back on terms. Just a minute after conceding. Before it's going to be launched in by Mitchell Welch. There it goes into the penalty area. And it's nodded out by Hafiz Sanusi. That big frame got to the ball, but he couldn't divert it towards the net. Goes harmlessly out of play for a goal kick. Here's Hudson. Well, they took the goal kick, and once again the referee has called it back. Cox clears. He looks forward, Dylan Otshuti. United looking to find a second goal quickly. Otshuti, that's a good challenge by Christoph Ivanush and puts it out for a throw for Coventry United. Level with the penalty area. A fast and furious start for the red and green so far. Moodham. Thornton slips and loses out to Joe Bochy. Striding away down the left-hand side. Glasgow's with him, trying to make a nuisance of himself. But the ball towards Davis was well cut out by Prinzel. Thornton. Now Josh O'Grady slips, but still able to retain possession just about. He's done Otshuti. And he sees a push on the outside of the area. And that will be a free kick on the edge of the semicircle outside the penalty box. And Josh O'Grady loves these sort of opportunities. Kevin Thornton doesn't mind them either. I think Thornton's lined this one up, but we have seen just what Josh O'Grady can do.
Otshuti scored. Otshuti scored.
Townsend.
Townsend.
We've seen what Josh O'Grady can do from this sort of distance. Thornton lining it up as well. Who will it be? Thornton or O'Grady? Both of them have a mean strike on them from this sort of distance. United looking to go 2 up just 4 minutes after going in front, thanks to Simeon Townsend. The referee blows. It is Thornton. Strikes it well and tipped over the goal by Conor O'Keefe. Superb save with the right glove of the Loughborough number 1. Thornton picked up that corner beautifully, but O'Keefe was not going to be beaten again.
Excellent save there, Conor O'Keefe.
I've never heard that before. The stadium announcer announcing a save. I've heard of goals being announced, but not saves. Well, we're set for a corner kick now from the left-hand side. O'Grady puts it in. Moodham. In fact, that was Simeon Townsend who glanced at it. Now trying to retain possession on the right-hand side. And have lost out now. Here is Pierre Moodham on the right-hand side, looking to put the ball back in. United lose out. Welch puts it down the left. Prinzel plays it back to Rich Morris, the United number 1. Decory, United building from the back. Hudson. Hill's incoming. United had to deal with that one as the number 7 was looking to take the ball away. Glasgow, and that's a trip on Simeon Townsend. And the referee has called for a free kick just inside Loughborough's half. Josh O'Grady striding towards goal. He's got Hudson on the left-hand side, tries to put it through for Dylan Not-Shooty. Easily dealt with. Thornton tries to take it away from last. The number 5 able to fire it away. And the opposite number 5, Chris Cox, will receive the ball at the back. Decory. Davis tries to make a nuisance of himself, but Decory able to find Pierre Moudin, the right back. Not-Shooty and Townsend waiting for it forward. Last tries to head it over to a teammate, but only finds Dylan Not-Shooty on the right-hand side. Checks his run, plays it back to Kevin Thornton. His pass blocked by Christoph Ivanush. But Thornton receives it back from Rob Prinzel. Prinzel's got it back from the former Coventry City man. Ball down the right-hand side. Simeon Townsend. Would have been a crossing opportunity if the defender wasn't there. Push to the ground on Simeon Townsend. He's not an easy man to floor. But Mitchell Welch has done just that. And it will be another United free kick, this time from the right-hand side of the penalty area, more of a crossing opportunity than a goal-scoring chance. At 16 minutes in, Coventry United still lead by 1-0. Here's Josh O'Grady. He's got 3 options in the centre, tries to find Simeon Townsend. It's onto the right-hand side of the penalty area once again after a headed clearance. Moudin tries to work his way past the defender, puts it in, and it's deflected out of play for a corner kick. Persistent work from Pierre Moudin. The corner now to be taken from the right-hand side. O'Grady's standing over it. Thornton, as usual, providing a short corner option. You know, to prefer to use the short corner routine a lot more these days. O'Grady puts it in. Prinzel tries to flick it on, and it'll be cleared by Jason Davis. Prinzel just couldn't get the contact on the ball. Glasgow makes sure that it finds its way back to Jean Decory. Playing more of a defensive role at the minute, tries to put it onto the left-hand side. Cox does keep it in. Well, the referee has now flagged that flag for a throw. It looked like to me that Cox was able to keep it in, but it wouldn't have fallen to United anyway, as Cox had to stretch some to try and keep it from going over the byline. Hudson. He puts that one out of play off Joe Bocci. It'll be a throw into United this time in their defensive half. He's got Cox, Decory and Thornton with him, and finds Kevin Thornton. It's volleyed forward by Thornton, looking for O'Grady only as far as Josh Hill. Stabs it away from Decory, but Thornton will fire it up the line once again. He's looking for Dylan Not-Shooty. Last tries to shove him away, and Not-Shooty is the one doing the shoving as Last falls to the ground, and it will be a free kick to Loughborough. So the score after 18 minutes, Loughborough Students 0, Coventry United 1 in this Midland League Premier Division match. Loughborough just the one place in front of Coventry United, having played 2 games more in the league. Ball forward by O'Keefe. Cox only able to nod it on to his fellow defender Lewis Hutton, but Hutton puts it out of play off Jason Davis for a throw-in to United. Ren Green's looking more comfortable on the ball at the moment. Loughborough haven't been without their moments. Decory, under pressure, he's just able to wriggle his way out of a Loughborough sandwich with Bocci and Davis both trying to nick the ball away. Prinzel, up line, beautiful ball, well controlled by Josh O'Grady. Moudin wants it on the right. O'Grady cuts in, will he throw in himself? Lays it off for Simeon Townsend. On the edge of the area, still trying to find his way into the box. Now Moudin, crosses well blocked. And that will be another United corner, this time on the right-hand side. And a fantastic ball down the wing by Rob Prinzel. Townsend just couldn't quite find his way into the box. It's taken quickly, Moudin puts it in. Kev Thornton nods it on, and it goes across the face of goal. And hoofed away, well, I believe that was Last who made the clearance. Bocci. And the referee's given it against John Decory. Decory was trying to nick the ball away from behind. Didn't seem to be too much happening there, but the referee's obviously seen something that we haven't. 20 minutes gone at the Loughborough University Stadium. A great match so far. And don't forget, as usual, you can catch exclusive highlights of this match on YouTube. They'll be going up probably tomorrow afternoon. Long ball from the back is Dylan Not-Shooty. On the right-hand side of the penalty area, waiting for some options. Townsend's in there, but it's just nicked away by Ivanush. Welch strides on the left-hand side, lofted ball, looking for Jeremiah Dassalou, the captain. Prinzel comes across to try and block his run. Dassalou goes down. Referee unimpressed. We'll go out for a throw into Coventry United. Good pressure from Rob Prinzel. There's been a fair few goals in the Checkatrade Trophy. Peterborough 1-up at Barnet. Wolves lead Accrington. Swansea under-21s 2-0 up at home to Plymouth. Stevenage lead Southend 2-0. Newport lead AFC Wimbledon 1-0. Shrewsbury beating Middlesbrough under-21s by 2-0 now. Mansfield still winning 2-0 in their game against Derby's under-21s. Brighton under-21s lead Leyton Orient. Chesterfield 1-0 up against Crewe. Blackburn under-21s 1-0 up against Oldham. And Norwich City's under-21s lead 2-0 against MK Dons. It's a throw-in on the left-hand side, well into United territory for Loughborough. Bochy's waiting for it. And a free kick has been given against Loughborough. United can rest easy for a while. Live coverage of this Midland League Premier Division match right here on Coventry United Match Day with Liam Cook. It's put now to the right hand side with George Carpenter. Davis wants it in the penalty area. Carpenter's got some space. Now Hill. Davis on the edge of the box tries to make his way in. Cox does the blocking. Thornton does the sweeping. And a free kick has been given against Davis as he tried to wrestle the ball back, and wrestle was the right word, a little bit too much argy-bargy for the referee's liking. Ball upfield looking for Townsend. Townsend couldn't get his head to it. Ben Last does. It's onto the left with Mitchell Welch. Tries to keep it away from Motshoody, plays it back into the box. Last has got to clear this sharpish as Townsend's still in there. And Hafiz Sanusi couldn't clear it before a great block from Josh O'Grady. Puts that for a throw-in. It will be to Loughborough, but United have got the opportunity to steal possession right from the students' noses in their own backyard. Upfield, nodded on by Bochy. Cox will get there before Davis and hoofs it upfield. It will fall to Hill. Should able to wriggle his way out, and here comes Should into the penalty area. Last able to make the block, and Should brings the centre back down as he tries to win the ball back. Free kick to Loughborough. United not content with that single goal. Coventry United currently sit in P9 in the Midland League Premier Division, level on point with Loughborough, who have played 2 games more. And next up for the Red and Greens is a trip to Heanor Town in the league. That is on Saturday. It's been a whole week since we've broadcast here on Match Day after Westfield, who United were supposed to play last Saturday, went through to the first round of the FA Cup and forced a replay against Curzon Ashton. Thornton, that's a good challenge there from number 4, Hafiz Sanusi, the man mountain. Put out for a throw. Decory. Townsend. Hudson. As playing it around on the left-hand side. They're surrounded by purple shirts. They're down the line to Jean Decory. Cracking challenge from Josh Hill. Not allowing United a second to breathe. Fantastic work in the midfield by Loughborough. Cox, long ball, looking for Townsend. Last can only find Kevin Thornton. Thornton takes it round. Sanusi, still going Thornton, and Townsend is brought down on the edge of the area, and it will be another United free kick. And once again, this is prime O'Grady territory. But will he be allowed to take the free kick? Kev Thornton's been taking most of the set pieces recently in terms of free kicks. Let's see what he can do this time. It is O'Grady standing over this one. That devilish left boot, we've seen what it can do. Is the top corner calling the ball's name? Well, Thornton is standing over the ball once again, but it's O'Grady who's positioning it. He's eyeing up that top corner. And it's put over the crossbar. Well, this season, O'Grady hasn't quite been as prolific as the 2015-16 campaign, scoring over 30 goals in the league and usually scoring with free kicks from that sort of distance. Hasn't quite been the same this year. At the end of the day, you don't win the raffle if you don't buy a ticket. As I always say, some tickets are better than others. Glasgow does well to block and puts it out for a Loughborough throw halfway into Loughborough's half. Lass is forced to play back to his goalkeeper, Conor O'Keefe. 25 minutes gone, still 1-0 United. O'Keefe fires it forward. Prinzel gets his head to it first, and Thornton will nod it back to the teenage left-back, Lewis Hudson. Plays it back to Rich Morris in goal. Fires it forward, looking for the head of Simeon Townsend. Lass gets there first. Decory keeps it away from Dassalou. Here's Mitchell Welch. Tries to let that one go, and it will be a throw-in now. On the left-hand side, the referee wants to have a word with Rob Prinzel before the play is resumed. And the United man is on his way back into the defence. United look to stave off the Loughborough attack with a throw-in by Mitchell Welch halfway into United territory. He's got Langford in support, but throws it into the centre with Ben Last. Welch looks for the cross, puts it in, and what a chance now for Dassalou if he can turn his man in the penalty area. It's just nicked away by John Decory with Bochi waiting, and here comes Glasgow. Through ball to O'Grady with space on the left-hand side, hesitates, but he puts it onto the right-hand side now with Shudi. Not the best of balls, but it's found Pierre Moodham eventually. Three options in the centre. Moodham still going, puts it in. Last gets his foot to it, but it's come back to Moodham. United can't do anything with it. You've got to say that O'Grady had some space to run into, didn't take the opportunity and tried to put it onto the right-hand side instead. Wasted opportunity for Coventry. Too much hesitancy there. Carpenter puts it forward. Here's Jason Davis. Carpenter wants it back on the right-hand side. Davis forced away from the box by a strong United defence, who plays a 1-2 with Carpenter. Cox tries to regain the ball for United and does so just about. Hudson will put it out for a throw-in. It's come off Carpenter, and that's good work from the teenage left-back. And Coventry United had themselves a throw-in in a very dangerous position for themselves if it was conceded to Loughborough. Thornton. Hudson. I've got to try and get this one away, and they had done eventually with Chris Cox, the makeshift defender. This is the second time in the last couple of weeks he's had to play at centre-back because of the absence of a number of defenders. But here come United with Ken Moodham down the right-hand side, striding away. Welch trying to make up some ground and slides in well. He takes out Moodham in the process, but he got the ball cleanly. Glasgow mops it up. Decory. The attack continues. Glasgow into the centre circle now. United forced back. Now Chris Cox at centre-back. Glasgow wants it. It's played onto the right with Rob Prinzel. Prinzel forward. Townsend's first touch wasn't great, but it has found Sean Decory. Moodham playing a more advanced role on the right-hand side. Townsend, good pressure from Last. Townsend tries to find his way through. O'Grady. Langford tries to make a nuisance of himself. It's Josh O'Grady into the area, still going. Josh O'Grady, pass one, pass two. Brilliant save at the near post by Conor O'Keefe. An outstanding display by this number one.
And a great save from number one, Conor O'Keefe.
And the Loughborough shot stopper had to be on his marks to keep that one out. An incredible save at the near post. Josh O'Grady with a sensational run, and 99 times out of 100 that would have been nestled into the top corner. But a perfect parry from Conor O'Keefe keeps it at 1-0. Let's see what Coventry United can do with this corner. However, it is O'Grady to take it, puts it in, and the header by Cox is not the best. It goes out for a goal kick. And all the time, all the space in the world, but the placement just wasn't there. And with 15 minutes to go until the break, it remains Loughborough 0, Coventry 1. As always, we will be taking a short break at half-time to swap over the laptop battery to ensure we can bring you the second half of this match in full. So we will be going off air for around 5 or 10 minutes at half-time. Goal kick taken. Mooden wins it back and puts the ball over the defence. Simeon Townsend might get there in time, he won't. And last able to keep the United man away long enough for the ball to trickle over the line for a goal kick. Chelsea under-21s now lead Oxford. Need check a trade trophy. Derby have scored against Mansfield Town. It's now Derby under-21s 1, Mansfield 2. Charlton Athletic have scored in their match against Colchester, 1-0 to Charlton in that game. Swindon lead Exeter 1-0. And Northampton leading West Ham United under-21s in Coventry City's group. Of course, the Sky Blues play their match away at Wycombe Wanderers tomorrow night at Adam Park. United have a throw-in. Around 15 yards into enemy territory. 1-2 there between Moodham and Glasgow. Glasgow now puts it into the centre of the pitch. It eventually finds Thornton to Corey. There's a 1-2 with Josh O'Grady. Now Kevin Thornton. Hudson making the run on the left-hand side. And Thornton waiting for the right opportunity as Loughborough have everyone back. There's everyone but Jeremiah Dassalou, but now the captain's made his way back into Loughborough's half. The students trying to make sure they don't concede again before the break. But the ball to Hudson wasn't the best. Hudson had to try and leap like a salmon for that one. He did. He couldn't keep it in, and it would be a goal kick. The game has slightly slowed down a little bit in the last 5 minutes or so. But an enticing encounter, a lot better than the election happening across the pond. As we said in the opening, it's twice as interesting and less as controversial. Bridgell nods it forward only as far as Ben Last. Shooty and Townsend trying to win it back. Good side challenge there from Simeon Townsend, but it will be a Loughborough ball. Moodham couldn't keep it in. It's well into the United half. Welch looking for an option. He's got Bochi there and finds the number 9. Plays a 1-2 with Bochi. Welch. Into the centre now with Josh Hill. Stumbles and nearly loses out to Josh O'Grady. Hill. Davis flicks it on. He was looking for Joe Bochi, but Pierre Moodham will intercept that one. His clearance was not the best, and he only finds Bochi once again. Hill. And Bochi was tripped. I believe that was Jean Decory. It will be a throw-in. Sorry, a free kick on the left-hand side. And it's going to be Josh Hill to swing this one in. 5 options in the centre, including big Hafiz Sanusi. It's put in. It's towards the big number 4. It's head towards goal by Bochi. Not the most powerful of headers, and it bounces into the grateful arms of Rich Morris. 11 minutes until the break. Thornton trying to pass it around at the back. Cox back to Thornton. So they're having a leisurely Sunday afternoon kickabout. Decory. Hudson. O'Grady was making the run. United playing it safe though. They don't want to lose the ball at this stage. O'Grady. It was the meat and the Loughborough sandwich there, and between Carpenter and Hill, O'Grady went down. It is a free kick to Coventry United on the left-hand side. There's a 1-2 with Thornton. Hudson making a run. He tries to find, I think that was Simeon Townsend. He's taken out from behind, but the referee is giving a throw-in against Coventry United. There was contact there, but the defender seemed to get the ball cleanly. To win the ball back. Thornton puts it through for Dylan Otchudi. Back to Thornton. Will he whip this one with his left boot? He cuts in. Still going. He's taking it around Hill. Puts it in. Oh, and Glasgow couldn't get his head on it. It's a cracking cross, but Glasgow just needed to grow a couple of inches there. Moodham puts it in. Townsend gets his head to it, but it's been called for offside. United pressing hard. That second goal. With just 10 minutes to go until the break, a second would do them the world of good to put this game firmly in their hands. The ball's on the right-hand side now with Carpenter. Sanusi, the ball blocked. It will bounce over to Jason Davis. He puts it through. Dassalou battling for the ball with Rob Prinzel, but the experienced defender able to find his teammate Pierre Mudim. O'Grady flicks it away from Christoph Ivanush. Glasgow slips, he tries to play the ball, but he has eventually found, should he? Thornton's there with him and puts through Kevin Thornton. A little flick by Townsend. Thornton will strike it, and it's drifted wide. Decent effort from Kevin Thornton. But still, 1-0 to United, who have, without question, the better of this first half. Loughborough have had their moments, but if anyone's going to score the second right now, it looks like it's going to be Coventry United. Some outstanding saves from O'Keefe, making sure that the deficit remains at just the one. Rich Royce has been barely troubled all game. A couple of simple catches and the odd goal kick, the most that he's had to do. Dassley on the left-hand side plays it to Ivanush. Carpenter. Keeps the ball away from Thornton, puts it down the right-hand side with Hill. Carpenter wants it back, but Hill has just got to try and keep it away from the United defence. Here's Bochi. Langford in the centre once again, puts it onto the left now with Mitchell Welch. Dassalou. Trying to whip it in from the left-hand side, cuts in. And Josh Hill maybe lining one up here, and Hill will strike it and well blocked. Kevin Thornton on the edge of the area. It's still alive with Joe Bochi. Ivanush, Welch, last. Hill. And a little bit of a pull there by Kevin Thornton as Hill tricked his way past the experienced midfielder. As we are ticking down towards the break. Last. Puts it in. Davis gets his head to it, but it can't find a Loughborough man. Townsend takes it away from Welch. Will he be able to keep it in? No, he won't. And it will be a Loughborough ball on the left-hand side, around 10 yards in United's territory. Ivanuch. Is it back to and last in defence? What an equaliser would do for Loughborough in this game. It will give them a huge lift before the break. Here's the big number 4, Hafiz Sanusi. And a poor ball from Langford, and it will go over the United defence, over the attackers for Loughborough as well, and into the hands of Rich Morris. Sanusi brings it back briefly as Townsend goes down to the challenge of Sanusi. United have won it back. Advantage was played, and it will be I believe it's going to be a throw in. The referee wants a word though with Sanusi, who brought down Simeon Townsend. The referee allowed play on, as O'Grady still had the ball. He's eventually gone out for a throw in the Coventry United, but the referee wants a word with the ginormous Hafiz Sanusi. This guy's a man mountain. We wouldn't want to get on the wrong side of him. And a yellow card, or rather the referee than me. I wouldn't want to tell him he got sent off. And luckily for him, it is just a yellow card, but he will have to be careful. And the referee wants the throw-in taken again. Hudson's got Thornton in support. Here is Kevin Thornton. He's forced into the corner by Hill. Tries to bring it around, and it will be a corner if it was deflected out of play off George Carpenter. Thornton takes a short one. O'Grady to whip it in. Put it back to Thornton. Back to O'Grady. Now he's trying to find the right crossing moment. Carpenter does well to hold off the United man. Thornton puts it into the area now with Hudson. And it's put out of play for another United corner with Jack Langford making the crucial block. With 5 minutes until the break, I would love to go into the dressing room with a 2-0 cushion. A long corner signed by O'Grady. It's towards Townsend. Attempted clearance by Jason Davis. Didn't go so well. He's eventually hooked it out for a corner. That's why he plays up front rather than defence. It wasn't the best of clearances, certainly. Quick corner taken. 1-2 between O'Grady and Thornton. Back to Kevin Thornton. We'll try and put this one in. Poor attempt at a pass there. Davis takes it away from Hudson beautifully. And he keeps it in and puts it forward looking for Bochi. Decory had to get that challenge right, and he did, taking it away from Bochi. As Dassley was in there as well. United bring it away now with Hudson. Long ball. Otshuddy tries to find Townsend again. The first switch was too heavy. It's played onto the left now with Mitch Welch. Brings it around, moving beautifully. Davis. He tries to just stab at the ball there, and well, a bit of a dodgy moment there for Rich Morris as the ball fell to his feet. He didn't want to pick it up. And Chris Cox is on the ground. And the United lads are encouraged to put it out of play. Cox does not look in a good way. And Abdul Mohammed, United's only real defensive option, is told to go and warm up. Tommy Glasgow can play in defence if needed, but has been playing more of a midfield role in recent weeks. We have seen Abdul Mohammed play at centre-back twice for the Coventry United senior team. He made some serious waves in the under-21 side. As Chris Cox, the captain, is assessed, he's still on the ground. Another injury to a player who, well, I was going to call him a defender there, but he's not a defender. He's a player who can play in defence. An injury to another defensive option is the last thing that Terry Anderson needs. There's been a few strikers coming in recently, and Dylan Otshuddy and Simeon Townsend, but really what is needed is another centre-back just to make up the numbers. And the physio is checking on Chris Cox. To me, it doesn't look like he's going to be able to continue. He's back on his feet now, but he's not looking great. Mohammed is being told to warm up. Well, Cox is back on his feet. And whether he is going to stay on the pitch or not, he will have to leave the pitch for now, because the physio was called on. And with just over 2 minutes to go, this delay will mean a little bit of injury time before the break. Of course, we'll take a short break. That's the interval, just to swap over the laptop batteries to ensure we can bring you the second half in all of its glory, as Chris Cox gingerly walks off the pitch. He's trying to get a feeling back into that left leg. It seems to take a whack as he's trying to get the ball away. And the Loughborough players graciously give the ball back to Coventry United from the throw-in. Cox just told by the referee, yeah, he can come back on the pitch. Seems to be running okay now. The question remains, will he be able to come back for the second half? Play back to the goalkeeper, Rich Morris. To Corey. Here's Rob Prinzel, passing it around at the back. Prinzel. Down line, Moodin. Glasgow in support, can't find him. Evanish fires it up line, looking for Jeremiah Dassalu. Decory's with him, trying to stop the run on the left-hand side. He's got options, including Jason Davis in the penalty area. Tries to find Davis, hoofed away out for a throw-in by Kevin Thornton. It remains 1-0 to Coventry United as we tick down towards half-time. And it's going to be Mitchell Welch to hoof this one into the penalty area with the throw-in. Tries to find Sanusi. Attempt at goal by Bochi. And Davis also had a swing in it. It's easily into the hands of Rich Morris. Here's Josh O'Grady, surrounded by purple shirts, plays it back into the defence with Hudson. Down the left-hand side by Thornton, flicked on by Otshuddy, trying to be too clever there. Glasgow wasn't ready for it. But Cox will fire it away. Looks all right now, Chris Cox. Looks like he will be able to continue, but United lose the ball as Moodin tries to put it onto the right, but no one was waiting. As normal time ends in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Normal time's over. moving down the right-hand side. So we even have the luxury of a scoreboard and a clock as well, a timer at this ground. Here's O'Grady crossing opportunity from the left-hand side. He's got Shuddy and Townsend in the centre. It's put out for, well, the ball's put out of the stadium. I believe it will be a corner kick to Coventry United. Rather hellacious clearance from Josh Hill. And this will be most likely the last action of the first half. As Josh O'Grady gets ready to swing this one in. There he goes towards the head of Prinzel. And it's headed away by Last. Gets alive by Thornton. O'Grady on the left, looking to cross it in once again. O'Grady puts it in. Last able to get the clearance. Prinzel. And it's headed away.
But you haven't mentioned it's Loughborough's third team.
No, it's Coventry Sphinx, this is.
It's going to play eventually, and it will be a goal kick. And Conor O'Keefe will take it, and this should be the last action of the first half, and indeed it is. The referee calls time on the first period of this game. Coventry United in control. 1-0 is the current score as the players of Loughborough and Coventry make their way into the dressing rooms for a deserved 15-minute break. A powerful close-range volley from Simeon Townsend after 10 minutes separates the two sides. United could have been further in front, but for heroics by Conor O'Keefe in the Loughborough goal. The half-time score at Loughborough University Stadium is Loughborough Students 0, Coventry United 1. We're going to take a short break now here on Coventry United Matchday while we swap over the laptop battery to ensure we can bring you the second half in all of its beauty. So stick around, we'll be back in around 5 minutes' time here on Coventry United Matchday with Liam Cook.